Welcome to Scrum Masters Elite_UK, a place to learn from sports to develop yourself. Subscribe to the channel.
What impressed me most is how the England team, commonly known as the England Women's Rugby Union Team, Red Roses, demonstrated their superiority. Take the case of Emma Singh, for example. A starting opportunity doesn't always come, and when it does, she made almost perfect use of it. There's a very clear lesson here: we don't always have a stage, but when we do, we must be ready. No one knows when an opportunity will arrive, but the quiet preparation beforehand is what determines whether we can truly shine. Similarly, Béibhinn Parsons' performance gave me a rather special feeling. A first-half hat-trick is not just an achievement, but a symbol of a comeback. There are periods in a career or in life when we're not at our best, even doubted by others. But that explosive moment feels like a statement. True ability doesn't disappear, it simply waits for the right time to be awakened. It makes me wonder, in moments when I slow down, whether I have enough patience to wait and enough determination to return just as strongly. What really made me think is consistency, something not flashy, yet incredibly important.
Nancy McGillivray is a perfect example. No tries, no standout statistics, yet highly rated for her balance between attack and defense. It made me realize that in a team, not everyone needs to be the hero. Some people play the role of keeping the rhythm, and without them, the whole system could collapse. In life, we often focus too much on standing out or surpassing others, forgetting that reliability and persistence are the true long-term foundation. Ellie Kildunne's case offers another perspective. Adaptability, playing out of her preferred position yet still shining, shows a mindset worth learning from. I think this is one of the most important skills in the modern world. We're not always placed where we want to be, but how we respond defines our value. If we keep waiting for the right role, we may miss many opportunities. Looking at players like Zoe Harrison and Pauline Borden-Sansis, I clearly see the importance of being well-rounded. It's not just about scoring, but also about organizing play and controlling the tempo.
This reminds me of personal development. If we excel in only one skill, we may stand out in the short term, but to go far, we need a diverse and complementary set of abilities. Among the forwards, names like Abby Burton and Madusu Fall-Racklock caught my attention for their ability to handle pressure. Burton in particular had to switch positions due to a teammate's injury. This is not only a technical challenge but also a psychological one. There are times in life when we are pushed into roles we never prepared for. The natural reaction might be anxiety or avoidance, but people like Burton show that if we accept the challenge and try, we can do better than we think. What truly made me reflect is the emergence of Demelza Short, a player only 19 years old. At an age when many are still searching for direction, she stepped onto a big stage and performed with confidence. This is both inspiring and slightly pressuring for viewers like me. It raises the question, have I made the most of my time and opportunities? At the same time, I realize that everyone has their own journey, and what matters is not comparison, but learning to improve from where we are.
We also can't overlook Aoife Wafer and Maddie Funati, players who showed clear breakthroughs after imperfect starts or when given substitute opportunities. This reminds me that one poor performance does not define who we are. What matters is how we respond afterward. Do we give up, or come back stronger? From all of this, I've drawn a few clear lessons for myself. First is preparation. Opportunities don't come often, but when they do, they won't wait. Second is adaptability. The world doesn't operate according to individual wishes, and those who are flexible have the advantage. Third is perseverance. Results don't always come immediately, but sustained effort creates differences. And finally, teamwork. No matter how outstanding an individual is, lasting success still requires coordination and mutual trust. For fans, I think the most important thing is how we perceive these athletes. They are not just people who bring victory or defeat, but individuals striving, facing pressure, and constantly improving themselves. Support should come with understanding, rather than judgment based solely on results. What stays with me is not who scored how many points, but how they faced opportunities, pressure, and change. These are lessons that anyone, whether involved in sports or not, can learn from and apply to their own life.
Farewell from Scrum Masters Elite_UK. Prepare, adapt, persevere, so you can shine at the right moment when opportunity calls your name.